Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Jackson Hole, Wyoming at the Mohawk 2024 product launch preview, and I'm with Seth Arnold, the Vice President of Hard Surface Marketing. Seth, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for spending time with me and my listeners. So, Seth, how many years you been at Mohawk?
25 years. Started in Texas in the builder industry and have sort of worked my way through a variety of sales operations and marketing roles. Yeah.
All right. And you've been in the Dalton area for 16 years?
Yep. Moved out in 2007. I've been fortunate with Mohawk to work on a lot of exciting projects, helped with building Smart Strand, and now I'm over on the hard surface side with great products like Revwood, which is just doing tremendous, and now PureTech, which is a totally new product with a great story. And then next year, SolidTech Premier, which is going to revolutionize beauty in the SPC market. So it's great to be a part of a company that innovates and is constantly bringing our retailers new things to talk about and stay ahead.
It's kind of amazing that what started as a carpet company, Mohawk Industries, has now got more business on the hard surface side than they do on the soft surface side, right?
Yeah, you have to follow the market. You know, I think the stat is something like $1 out of every $2 spent to decorate a floor is to decorate the floor to look like wood. I mean, that's a remarkable shift, and obviously we're going to be where the consumer is, and we're going to provide those consumers with what they're looking for, and that's wood look flooring right now.
Some of the things that Mohawk is focused on for next year, you're calling the Resilient Revolution. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's probably the most exciting thing we're doing right now, and it really starts with insight. So, you know, if you ask consumers, when you think about LVT, what do you think about? And the top thing they'll say is it's durable and it's easy to maintain. But the two lowest associations are style and sustainability. So our Resilient Revolution is to address those unmet needs. We are going to revolutionize sustainability with our new PureTech product launch, and we will be revolutionizing style within LVT as we bring signature technology into our SPC with our SolidTech Premier line.
All right, that's a mouthful. Let's bite it off into little pieces. Most people know Signature, I think you rolled out 2 or 3 years ago at Surfaces, and it's an enhanced visual technique that I think you guys have patented, and you rolled it out first in laminate, and it makes laminate really look like wood. I mean, super realistic visuals. You do that process in your North Carolina facility, which is where you built a massive plant. And now you're taking that same technology and you're moving it over to the LVT side of the business, right?
That's correct. We like to call Signature the perfect imprint of hardwood. So we capture all the design, all the signature features. We perfectly emulate the texture, which is our signature texture. And then we have, you know, about 4 times the resolution of an ordinary process. So that's what we did. We did first launch this with our laminate, and there were some barriers we had to get across. The technology didn't transfer perfectly to Resilient or LVT because of the wear layer. So we've been working for the last 2 years to bring that technology over, and next year is going to be a leap forward for Resilient or for LVT.
And this product's going to be sold under what brands?
We'll be launching this with our SolidTech Premier, and then over time we obviously will apply the technology as we have with laminated wood across our portfolio. So it will give us a 5 to 10 year lead on the competition and give our retailers a new opportunity to upsell and help protect their margins, and they'll be very excited about it.
You know, when you start thinking about Mohawk and LVT, you know, I remember when you bought the IVC factory in Dalton. I mean, that's kind of how you got into it. Then some competitors, you know, did some acquisitions, and Mohawk had kind of a smaller share in the marketplace. And so through this transition and with this innovation, you plan to capture more LVT market share, right?
Yes, and I think a big part of that is our launch of PureTech. Really, PureTech is our revolution in sustainability. We have launched that in August, and it has been the fastest growing launch in my 25-year career. It has been accepted by our retailers. There's a tremendous demand for it. It's a differentiated story, and it is really the first really strong sustainability message for resilient flooring.
Now that's PVC free, right?
That's correct. It's a PVC-free product. It's made from recycled content. It's made from 80% of the polymer core board that we built it with is renewable plant-based material. So it's a new formulation, and it provides the market a sustainable alternative to WPC or SPC formulations.
All right, there was news that came out a couple weeks ago, and I'd like you to give us a little bit more on it, around Plastic Bank. Give us some details on that.
Yeah, Plastic Bank is a great organization. You know, it may surprise you. I was reading a report recently, 93, this is an incredible number, 93% of consumers expect brands and companies to take a stand for an environmental issue. So we're obviously doing that with the product formulation, but we have always believed that we can do more, and as a leader, we should do more. So we've partnered with Plastic Bank, and every sale of PureTech will contribute to the removal of ocean-bound plastic or ocean plastics. And Plastic Bank is the partner that we've chosen to do that with. And they're a great partner. They're not only pulling plastic out of the ocean, they are stopping poverty, because the two things run hand in hand. Where plastic is entering the ocean are some of the poorest communities in the world. So what they're doing is turning that plastic into a currency and creating a bank where people can bring the plastic, build a bank account, be able to buy healthcare, education, groceries, things that they need. They can actually start generating wealth from what would be trash and now has become a valuable commodity they can put in the bank.
I've sailed in the Caribbean, and I went to a little village in St. Vincent, and there was trash in the water, and I can second exactly what you're saying there. That, I mean, these people hardly had clothes on, and they were really trashing their environment. So I'm glad you guys are joining this effort to stop all that.
Well, you know, you mentioned that we launched this partnership in Monterey, California, some of the most pristine, beautiful oceans in the world. And I think a lot of us in the United States are aware. More than 80% of people are aware of the ocean plastic crisis, but they don't see it. And so you, having traveled more broadly than many, you see the reality of it. The thing is, most people know that we should be doing something. So even if we don't see it on our beaches, people want to be able to make a difference, and PureTech allows them to do that. So we're excited.
All right, Seth, great to catch up with you. Again, been talking to Seth Arnold, the Vice President of Hard Surface Marketing with Mohawk, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.